Good morning everyone and welcome to, well, whatever this is. Considering that nobody liked even the idea of this side quest existing, I was hoping this would just be removed, but apparently they're still going with it. The update was a little buggy, but apparently Jam City were able to fix it on time, so well, good on them. So new adventure, Meet the Malfoys. Good morning. We are back and today we are doing Meet the Malfoys. We are apparently meeting the Malfoys for no apparent reason. And befriending Dobby for no apparent reason, which breaks canon. Have the developers read the books or even watched the movies? Because this breaks canon. I have at least watched the movies. The Hogwarts Board of Governors have sent Lucius Malfoy to inspect Hogwarts and he has brought his house elf. Can you keep Lucius happy and become friends with Dobby? Now, one thing about this side quest that I noticed is that first of all, a friend told me that we need to babysit Draco. So he brought his, 5-year-old son. For what reason? I don't know. And second of all, I had no idea that Lucius Malfoy was on the Board of Governors before my friend told me. I had no idea. Well, start, I guess. I knew it. I knew this would start in the Great Hall. And yes, I am wearing Hermione's outfit and I am going to keep it on for the entire video because, it's just funny that this is the outfit that Hermione is going to be wearing when she punches Draco 10 years later. It's funny, okay? It's funny. So I'm going to keep it on. I like this. I love that hoodie. I love it. And I'm probably not going to get another chance to wear it because it's one of those limited edition outfits. And I try not to wear the limited edition outfits in this main story. At least these days. So, yeah. Let's go. And I should say that it is so hot here right now. And I'm sitting, recording without a fan. Yeah, even the fan is not on. At least someone's taking a good look at the school. Yeah, once they see all the curses, there's a dead student in the... And of course Rowan won't be in here anymore. Rowan was supposed to be involved, wasn't she? Because I see that NPC where Rowan used to be. Usually at a time like this, I'd be breaking out the old save file because one save file for Rowan being... This is a year 2 side quest apparently anyway. Dumbledore's making an announcement. This is your fault, isn't it? Expect you will be on your best behavior, Silvers. Rowan was supposed to be involved, wasn't it? Because I see this NPC standing here. And that the NPC is replacement for Rowan. Professor Dumbledore said he's making an announcement today. Any idea what about? I've picked up a few things. Really? What have you heard? I heard someone important is visiting Hogwarts. Yeah, okay. Someone important? Who? Asked like a complete dingus. Looks like we're about to find out. Yeah, let's just find out. The Hogwarts Board of Governors have asked that I make an announcement on their behalf. And as they are tasked with the care of the school, we must oblige them. Professor Dumbledore, what exactly is the Board of Governors? Oh, this is a random student. Why are people sitting on all kinds of random tables? And where is MC? Excellent question. Allow me to explain. Okay. I was about to say let's spend 8 hours listening to him, but it's apparently 1 hour. Okay, that's good. Now, another thing I should mention, guys, is that this episode will probably come out a bit late because, well, the editing will take a while. It's a long side quest. The school governors sound powerful, but I've never heard of them before. 12 witches and wizards sit on the Hogwarts Board of Governors. Okay. I didn't even know Board of Governors existed until somebody told me for this side quest. When I asked him why Lucius Malfoy is coming, and my friend was also asking, why isn't he a Death Eater? Why is he coming? They told me, no, he's on the Board of Governors. I was like, I didn't even know that before this moment. Professor Snape looks tense. Okay. I still don't get it. What's going on? I advise all of you to carry on as if there is nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, that usually means very... you know what I mean. The governors ensure Hogwarts remains the finest school of magic in the world. Yeah, it is mostly the school for danger. The Hogwarts governors are responsible for the well-being of the school. Maybe they should do something about the curses then. Instead of leaving it up to kids. Rowan is still dead, by the way. Usually for these side quests, I'd be breaking out the side quest in which I have not done year 6. But I don't have that side quest anymore. Also, Jay, sit down. Now that you understand the role of the Board of Governors, I have an announcement to make. One of the school governors will conduct an inspection of Hogwarts. Allow me to introduce Mr. Lucius Malfoy. Where even is he? He wasn't even here before like 3 minutes ago. Oh, that's where he came from. Okay. He doesn't look like the one in the movies. I'm sure my time here will be most illuminating. I won't keep you all from this delicious feast any longer. Tuck in. Seems a bit odd that the school governors want to inspect Hogwarts. They've never done that before. How do you know that? What do you think, Sarahi? Doesn't a surprise inspection seem suspicious? I mean, just because I don't have anything better to do, I'll say it's suspicious, but I don't actually, I don't know for sure, but a surprise inspection seems suspicious to me. I don't know for sure either, whatever. Exactly. Why would they choose to inspect us now? Maybe that's because of all the dingus-like dingus-like curses I set off. Come with me, Sarahi. Professor Flitwick wants to see us in the charms classroom. Why? Ben, what did you do now? Ben! Oh. Rowan's still dead. I really don't want to deal with this shoot. I mean, Rowan's still dead. We still need to. Oh my god. Do you know why Professor Flitwick wanted to see us? Yeah, maybe that's because we're probably in trouble. Yeah. You're probably in trouble for breaking kid's arm. Let's hope not. Good, you're both here. Okay, this doesn't look like trouble. Why did you want to see us, Professor? Mr. Malfoy has requested the chance to talk to a handful of students as part of his Hogwarts inspection. Yeah, and he chooses to talk to a literal stupid idiot who doesn't know what's good for him. And, another stupid idiot who doesn't know what's good for her. My point is, you know what I mean. And I thought of both of you. Why? I believe introductions are in order. Oh yes, Ben Copper and Sarahi Silvers are two of my most talented students. Yes, Sarahi Silvers, your brother caused quite a scandal. Do not talk about my brother. Do not talk about Jacob Silvers. Do not. Just don't. And Mr. Cooper was... Now this is a mistake that everyone makes at the beginning of the game. It's Copper, not Cooper. I can't... Yes, I agree. It's Copper. I have made the Cooper mistake many a times when I started the game. It's Copper. Ben Copper. It's Copper. My apologies, Mr. Copper. Why don't you both tell Mr. Malfoy about your charm studies? Why? It would be riveting. He already likes Snape. Who's older, by the way? Snape or Lucius? Lucius is older, right? Let's see if I can remember everything Professor Flitwick taught me. Yeah, you better right now. Why are we doing this again? I mean, we have better things to do. Sarahi is one of the best students in our year. Ask anyone. Are you year 6 Ben or year 2 Ben? I do hope the actions of your brother haven't tainted your time at Hogwarts. Yeah, let's not say anything about that. It probably has. A lot. I don't like this at all, Sarahi. Neither do I. Trust me. Dumas was one of the first spells I ever learned. Obviously, this is meant to be a year 2 side quest. Tell me, Mr. Copper, what do your parents do? Yeah, this is why I was saying it. Call a Muggle-born, why don't you? I'm in Hufflepuff, just like my brother. Professor Flitwick taught us loads of spells, hasn't he been? Obviously, we are in year 6 at this point. Recent events have led to fellow governors and myself to step in. Don't even ask. Don't even ask, honestly. That's exactly what has happened. The actions of a... When I need a student to demonstrate in charm slice is up to the task. That's only because you won't ask anyone, okay? Mr. Copper is at the top of his class. Yeah, Ben is good at charms, obviously. He created Flipendo Maxima in the... at that accursed chapter, right? Let me just finish this because we're done with dialogue. Also, this is stupid. Okay, I am done. Your magical knowledge is quite impressive. Any visiting parent would be proud. My parents are muggles. And yet you are one of Professor Flitwick's best and brightest. Interesting. Okay, he's not being judgy for now. Never mind. I believe it's time to take my leave. But I shall watch your career with interest, Miss Silvers. I'm choosing Magizology. Good day. Okay, he's not being judgy as of yet. That's okay. That's good. That was strange. I don't like him. He looked at me like something fished out of the Black Lake. I'm pretty sure something fished out of the Black Lake would actually be pretty awesome, but okay. What did you think of... Now, I'm considering this very carefully. Sarahi is a little babby. Look, I'm not going through this as a player. I'm going through this as you know. Look, I'm trying to look through Sarahi's eyes right now. Like I'm trying to look at this through Sarahi's eyes right now. She's a little babby. She probably will say he seemed nice. You know what, guys? Please don't scold me for this. Please don't scold me for this. I'm looking through Sarahi's eyes right now, not through mine. Believe me, I would say he was rude, but yeah, we're looking through Sarahi's eyes right now, and she's a little babby. Most of you already know what a little innocent baby she is. Seemed alright to me. Of course, he was nice to you. He knows I'm Muggle born. That being said, Sarahi is half-blood. Hold on, let me see if I can soft reset. Okay, fortunately, I was able to soft reset. So, well, he was rude. I agree with Ben. Mr. Malfoy was rude and condescending. Okay, maybe I didn't read the flavor text properly. Especially after he learned Ben is Muggle born. Yes, I like this reaction better. Good thing I soft reset. Oh. Sarahi is half-blood. And Sarahi is half-blood, so... Lucius Malfoy can be a bit difficult sometimes, but he is one of the school's governors. We simply must cooperate. Fortunately, I've spent a lot of time around difficult people. Ben is actually kind of difficult in year 6. Which reminds me, I've got to get to potions. Because Snape is the most difficult of the difficult test. Trust me, man. Even he cannot be as difficult as Lucius Malfoy right now. I think? No, actually he can, right? It's a good thing I soft reset. Otherwise, that would have been a big mistake, and you guys would probably scold me in the comments. Like, hey, why would he say that? And I won't even blame you. Yeah, good thing I soft reset. I'm happy that I soft reset. I'm very happy about it. Okay, let's do it. What am I looking for? What am I looking at? I am merely surprised that you've taken it upon yourself to inspect the school personally. The future of all witches and wizards depends upon the quality of their education. That concerns me, personally. I'm certain you will find Hogwarts quite up to even your rigorous expectations. If you'll excuse me, I have a lesson to teach. Of course, good day, Severus. Hello. Bye. What are you looking at? Professor Snape and Lucius Malfoy know one another? Yeah, they were in Hogwarts together actually. I don't think it was the same year. I'm pretty sure Snape is younger. Wouldn't you like to know, Silvers? I would actually, that's why I asked. Wait a moment. Do you know anything about Lucius Malfoy? More than you do. Actually, for once, Merules is not wrong about this. There will be no social calls in my classroom. Okay, yes, we're sitting down. Sarahi listened in on your chat with Lucius Malfoy. What do you mean I listened in? You were standing right there talking in public. Not on purpose. Prepare to review the preparation of sleeping draughts. We will discuss this after the lesson. Okay. Doesn't seem like we're in trouble, so... Of course we don't get to sit with Rowan anymore. Oh. Yes, I'm cussing under my breath, guys. Professor Nick look cross. It's hard to tell. Nah, he's not exactly cross. Talking to yourself doesn't count as a private conversation. Shut up! I won't Rowan. Of course, you've never heard of Lucius Malfoy. True. Even though Sarahi is half-blood, she wouldn't have heard of him. Professor Snape seemed rather suspicious of Mr. Malfoy. I'm pretty sure. I can't wait to see what sort of detention Snape gives you. Dude, detention is not even, like, bad. Some forgetfulness potion would make Professor Snape forget about this. How would you give him one? Are you trying to sabotage my sleeping draught? You couldn't even if you tried. Do not make me reflect on the year 1. Merules knows something about Lucius Malfoy, but she'd never tell me because she's a dingus. Let me finish this now. Keep your eyes on your potion where they belong. Yes, yeah, I'm doing it. Don't think I'll neglect your punishment, Silvers. I always remember. Wait, what? You're actually cross. Why are you cross? Was not on purpose, I said. Okay. I believe that is all the information on sleeping draught you are capable of absorbing today. Hey! Class dismissed. Except for you, Silvers. I said it was not on purpose. You were standing right there. And I was inside the classroom. Looks like eavesdropping on Snape and Malfoy caught up to you, Silvers. I literally just stepped inside the classroom. Do you want me to not be inside the classroom? I almost hope Professor Snape forget about that. Like, I literally think Sarahi would be like, I just was inside the classroom. Do you want me to not be in the classroom? Because trust me, I am very much capable of not coming inside the classroom. If you don't want to be eavesdropped on, don't talk inside the classroom. That's what you always tell us, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Sarahi would say that at this point. You as well, Miss Knight. Oh. What? What did she do? Honestly, what did she do? You are both required in the headmaster's office. Both of us? What did I do? That is not important. Can you tell us why Professor Dumbledore wants to see us? Let's just say you will finally understand what I must face on a daily basis. Go. It would not be wise to keep the Malfoys waiting. Malfoys? There's more than one Malfoy. Oh! We're at the babysitting part, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Snape is not wrong. We're finally facing what he faces every day. There's more than one Malfoy at Hogwarts? Oh, good. I need the coins. Thank you. You and Merules have been selected to assist Lucius Malfoy in the most difficult task of all. Babysitting. Sarahi would actually be alright at babysitting. I mean, she has had to babysit 4 little kids. I don't know how many of you know this, but Sarahi has had to babysit 4 little kids with the assistance of her friends. She has had to babysit Nora Magnus and I don't know how many of you know this, but Sarahi has 2 Muggle friends, Anna and Miyako, and they both have younger siblings. Anna has a little sister by the name of Nora, who is also a witch and starts her year 1 with Sarahi's year 6. Yes, which means Nora is in her year 1 right now. And Miyako has 3 little brothers, Rita, Suyo and Moshi. Sarahi has had to babysit Nora, Rita, Suyo and Moshi all at the same time. With her friend's help, of course. But she has. Oh, that's a pensieve, isn't it? Where is everybody? Sarahi would be alright at this because she has babysitted like 4 children before. I wonder why Professor Dumbledore wants to see us. What did you do, Merules? You heard Snape. It's something to do with the Malfoys. That's the part I don't understand. I met Lucius Malfoy and you didn't mention anyone else. Can't believe you don't know about the Malfoys. Everyone's heard of them. Well, I haven't. Can you tell me about the Malfoys? Why would I tell you anything? You want to boast? Because you will get to show off. Don't you know more about the Malfoys than I do? Obviously, and I'll prove it. Prove it! I'll tell you what you should already know about the Malfoy family. Okay, tell me. I love Hermione's casual so much. I might not be able to wear it in year 7 because of the hairstyle change I want to implement. You know quite a lot about the Malfoys, don't you? Even Malfoy has been in Slytherin. You should know that. Yeah, they're one of the most famous Slytherins if I am correct. If Lucius Malfoy is so powerful, why doesn't he run for the Minister of Magic? Oh, that would be a disaster to be honest. If half of what Merules says is true, I should be careful around Lucius Malfoy. He probably doesn't like Sarahi's dad very much either. Lucius Malfoy was rather rude about Ben being a Muggle born. Yeah, he's going to be pretty rude about Sarahi being half-blood too. Although I'm pretty sure canon MC is pure-blood, but Sarahi is half-blood. Of course she does. Malfoys like to curry favor with ministers of magic. What does that mean? Lucius Malfoy knows everyone and they all owe him favors. Oh. Everyone knows the Malfoys are one of the oldest pure-blood families. Oh yeah, the one of the Sacred 28, right? The Malfoy family has been on the top for ages. They'll do anything to stay there. They have? Malfoy is always at the ministry, not working, simply visiting. Huh? Wait, what? Okay, I'm finding things about things that I should know about Harry Potter canon, to be honest, but I haven't read the books. I have not read the books. I've still not read the books. I did intend to read the books at this point, but my exams never got over. I even bought a copy of The Cursed Child because I wanted to read it. Never got the chance. Okay, wait, we're done already. I have this story that Sarahi's father was actually responsible for reforming some of the Death Eaters who were not sent to Azkaban. So yeah, he probably doesn't like Sarahi's dad very much either. Just like he doesn't like Arthur Weasley, right? The Malfoys are one of the oldest pure-blood families in Britain. They're cunning, connected and wealthy. Lucius Malfoy carries a cane, black with a serpent head handle. It's his favourite accessory. Oh right, I remember seeing that in Chamber of Secrets. Very well. How do you know all of this? Everyone knows Lucius Malfoy was in league with Lord Voldemort. Yeah. You mean Lucius Malfoy was a Death Eater? He says he was under the Imperious Curse, but if you can believe that rubbish. Actually, I don't know. You know who cursed a lot of people? Could he be telling the truth? Malfoy would snog a fire crab if Voldemort told him to. The idea is hilarious. Shush, I think someone's coming. Oh, that's Dobby over there. That's actually just the default model for the house elf, so I'm not impressed. Welcome. I assume you are here to help Mr. Malfoy during his inspection of our beloved school? I mean, you called us here for literally no reason. Help with what exactly? Professor Snape was quite vague. Severus always is. What do you want us to do then? It is a matter of personal nature. Come in, Draco. He looks cute. Small Draco looks cute. I require the two of Hogwarts' most promising students. Mirula? Really? To look after my son for the duration of my inspection. Oh, come on! Okay. Now, please don't scold me for this. Honestly, don't. But young Draco is so adorable. I want to smush his cheeks. Oh. You want us to babysit? Okay. Cue audience us and Sarahi being very excited to babysit. Why us? Okay, before why us, Sarahi would be like, oh, he's adorable. Why us, by the way? Professor Flitwick spoke highly of you, Miss Silvers, and Miss Knight possesses the pedigree and magical skill I expect my son to emulate. I suggest you to take young Mr. Malfoy to the courtyard. The three of you will get along swimmingly. What does swimmingly mean? I'm excited for this. Didn't think I'd say this, but Malfoy hasn't dropped off his spawn yet. You can come help when he's here. Okay, I accept. Silvers, courtyard, now. I just left the screen on that, and when I came back, she was like, Silvers, courtyard, now. Okay, I'm coming. I know you don't want to babysit on your own. Trust me. The headcanon I have for Sarahi for babysitting Nora, Rita, Suyo and Moshi was all with friends' help. Oh boy. Merula, let me deal with this. He made a mess, didn't he? Sorry I'm late, Merula. I hope you haven't been watching Draco without me. Wait, what? What happened? What in the name of Merlin's favorite fluffy bathrobe is happening? What is this? Okay, what in the name of Merlin's favorite fluffy bathrobe happened here? What happened? What happened was Malfoy didn't tell us his son is a complete brat. Oh, so he's just like you then. I'm telling my father you said that. You two clearly have gotten off on the wrong foot, but we can fix that if we work together. Merula, let the babysitting expert deal with this. We can start by tidying up before Phil sees this mess and hangs us up by our toenails. Cleaning? That's servant's work. I am not cleaning if he's not cleaning. You both are kids. I am babysitting both of you right now. You both made this mess. You need to fix it. It was her fault. No, it's not. Here's what really happened. Yeah, Sarahi's like 3 years worth of babysitting is going to come into play now. Malfoy tore up my library book. Now I've got to answer to Madam Pins. You know Reparo exists, right? I don't want some old library book. That's what bookshops are for. Okay. Mother bought me new paints and Snide ruined them. You are not too old for children's books. You are a child. Telling my father about this. Oh, come on, young Draco is adorable. I was never this insufferable when I was his age. Are you sure about that? Do you want me to show you actual footage of what you were like in year 1? I will do it. I'm not scared of your father. He should be scared of me. Oh, here we go. If I don't calm them down, someone's gonna get hurt. Actually, this side quest involves no duels. None at all. Merule and Draco fight like siblings. Siblings that absolutely hate each other. Yeah. Okay, I think we're out of dialogue. I wonder if Sarahi's 3 years worth of babysitting experience will come into play here. Because I headcanon that in Untitled Sarahi becomes the substitute defense against the dark arts teacher for the remainder of Harry's second year after Gilderoy Lockhart's exposure. So she had to deal with Draco at that time also. Let's see if Draco can change my thoughts. Let me see if I understand. Merule borrowed a book from the library and Draco tore it up. Why would you do something like that? My father says the Fountain of Fair Fortune promotes marrying muggles. I see. And Merule ruined your paints? I dropped in when Malfoy pushed me. You started it. Back me up, Silvers. You know it's Malfoy's fault. Don't you? Leave Draco alone. You're being childish. I want to be you're being childish. I actually want to take an option that says that you are both being childish. But I think you're being childish is the closest thing I'll get to this. Draco's a child. You're just childish. Hey! Serves you right, Snide. Honestly, this is totally in Sarai's nature to back up a stupid child. She backed up Beatrice in the artifact room, remember? That's it. Let's petrify the prat. Hey! That's a terrible idea. He's a child. What? Think you got a better one? Since I've got to go to transfiguration class, I'll ask Professor McGonagall for advice. No one messes about in her lessons. What am I supposed to do? Watch Malfoy by myself? If you can handle it. Of course I can handle it. But I have no idea how to keep Malfoy busy. You could start by cleaning up this mess. No. You heard, Silvers. Start scrubbing. Suppose I should hurry up and ask Professor McGonagall for help with Draco. I'll ask her after transfiguration class. Honestly, Draco's a child. Why can't we just promise him a chocolate or something? Why can't we just say, okay, if you clean up, I'll give you a chocolate? Why can't we just do that? Honestly, it's the best thing to do. Child is being insufferable? Promise them a chocolate. Trust me, it works. Or trust them a toy. When I had to babysit, I promised toys. I'd usually not let anyone play with my toys when I was a kid. So me promising my toys was like pretty end game for me. Professor McGonagall, I've got a question. This may not be the appropriate time, Miss Silvers. The inspection has put us all of on edge. Put all of us on edge. And you are late. Sorry. It will only take a moment. We shall discuss your question after our lesson. Okay. Let us begin our field of force review. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. I can wait till after the lesson. Definitely. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm serious. A drawing of a cat is not enough substitute for an essay on field of force spell. It isn't? Why? Suppose I could ask Professor Snape for help. It could be a good for a laugh. Are you sure about that? Do I have your attention? Good. Watch me closely. Why was Merule chosen to help Draco? She's not really the type. Yeah, honestly, really isn't. And Andre's cat really does not like him. Do not forget to consider your cat's viciousness. Can we pet him? After everything Merule told me of the Malfoys, it's no surprise Draco is difficult. Mr. Malfoy didn't let me explain what happened. He didn't seem to care. Oh, Professor McGonagall has advice for taking care of Draco. Honestly, Sarahi, just for the sake of taking care of Draco, would not let him know that she's half-blood. Because it's for a temporary time, no? And she has already realized by now that Draco is a bit difficult. Professor McGonagall rarely loses her temper. I could use her patience. Good. It could be good for a laugh. How is it not a substitute? And I am honestly... Andre, what is wrong with your cat? Calm your cat down. Do you want me to calm down your cat? I will do it because I can. That will be all for today. Class dismissed. Now that our lesson has concluded, what is it that you wanted to ask me? Merules and I are taking care of Draco Malfoy and he's rather challenging and spoiled. Surely you and Miss Knight are more than equipped to handle one child. Well, yeah, but I don't know about that. Merules wasn't much help. They both made a mess of the courtyard. And that basically means I have to babysit both of them. You've never had trouble keeping an entire classroom under control. That's why I came to you. My time as a professor has taught me that all children require a balance of discipline and patience. But most of all, they need respect and engagement. Now, this is something I headcanon that Sarahi already knows. I was just having a conversation with young Mr Malfoy. Learn what he is interested in. Try to understand him. She already knows this. Sarahi already knows this. And if his poor behavior persists, ensure he knows that it is unacceptable. Thank you, Professor. I'll give it a go. Now, this is something that I headcanon Sarahi already knows. I've got to get back to the courtyard. Sarahi and Merules are waiting for me. Draco and Merules. I said the wrong name. Good luck, Miss Silvers. I said the wrong name. Sorry, this is just because I was talking about it. Don't you dare leave me to handle Malfoy Brad by myself. Hurry up. Yeah, okay, coming. Now, what Professor McGonagall just told Sarahi already knows. I mean, she has babysitted 4 children. At once. Also, Master Rico is a single father. She has learned a lot from him. Dad, you finally showed up. Hope you got advice from McGonagall about Malfoy. I did. What have you two been up to? My father stopped by. He says we'll go home soon as he's done inspecting the place. Oh, that's great. I expect I won't have to see either of you again. Already? We haven't even been properly introduced. I know who you are. You're Sarahi Silvers and she's Merules Knight. I'm Malfoy, Draco Malfoy, and this is ridiculous. Can I just say that I think this is ridiculous? I think his signature line. Don't blame me. It was Silvers' idea. What was Silvers' idea? Come on, Draco. It couldn't hurt to talk to us. Suppose I haven't got anything better to do than talk to you, so long as Knight doesn't try anything. Let's start with, what do you think of Hogwarts? Hogwarts? I'll tell you exactly what I think of Hogwarts. He doesn't like it, does he? Can I just say that I agree with his line when he said in, I don't know which movie it was, that what a pathetic excuse of a school. Sometimes I agree with that. I mean, come on. We have curses 24/7. Obviously, I'll be in Slytherin. Everyone in my family has been in Slytherin. Yeah, the sorting guard didn't even have to touch his head, did it? The grounds here are rubbish. My father should fire your groundskeeper. Oh, father! Don't touch Hagrid. I take back anything I said about this being a good idea. You're laughing, Merules. Shut up. I'm thinking about Puffskins. I bet I could make up a better visit school than this place. I mean, maybe. Okay. Professor Mongol said I should understand Draco. I've got to give it a try. Okay, in Sarahi's defense right now, Nora, Rita, Suyo and Moshi were never this difficult. At least Merules and Draco aren't shouting yet. If your father hates Hogwarts so much, why bother to bring you at all? My father says Dumbledore is the worst thing that's ever happened to Hogwarts. Okay, I can't even... I won't agree with that. Strange that Mr Malfoy says such horrible things about Hogwarts and then he comes to inspect it. It's obviously strange, yes. Yeah, it is strange. And while Dumbledore isn't the worst thing that has happened to Hogwarts, Rakepick is the worst thing that has happened to Hogwarts. I'll give you that much. Okay, I think we're out of dialogue. So let me just finish this. You want to know what I think of Hogwarts? My father says this place has gone to the dogs. Father says you are the best in your year. Shows how pathetic this school has got. Really? I'm the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. Not saying much. My father says this sorry excuse of a school is full of mudbloods. What did you say? Do you know what that word means, Draco? I know my father says mudbloods are an embarrassment to the visiting world. No, they're not. Ha! You're going to tolerate that sort of language, Silvers? Nope, she ain't. Because, well, Sarahi is first of all half-blood. Second of all, like I said, The other 4 kids were never this difficult. Draco, there's no excuse for using that word. It's like saying, I'm not gonna say it. What? Mudbloods? My father says it all the time. It's not like you can do anything about it. Dumbledore doesn't let you learn any real spells. Father wants to send me to Durmstrang. He knows the headmaster. They could teach you proper curses at I can't pronounce that. Durmstrang. I know loads of curses, including the killing curse, which he probably taught Sarahi by this point. Prove it then. Wait a moment. Locomotor Wibbly. Not on me. Whoa. Very funny, Merula. Let me have a go. Too bad, you're too young and I'm not letting you anywhere near my wand. Then you teach me, Silvers. You haven't got time. Your father should finish this Hogwarts inspection soon. You'll simply have to wait until you come back to Hogwarts and learn spells yourself. Father, you won't believe. Not now, Draco. I came to inform Miss Silvers and Miss Knight that their caretaking duties will shortly come to an end. I expect I will see you in the headmaster's office soon enough. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, honestly. There's a thief at Hogwarts. Can you find Mr. Malfoy's stolen cane and save an innocent house elf? Oh boy. Here we go. Okay. We're back. I had to stop the recording before it errors out. Shorter recordings are better actually. Okay. Babysitting duties are over, right? Make no mistake, Mr. Dumbledore, I will report this to my fellow Hogwarts governors. What are you doing here? Where is my son? Merules watching him. I asked Miss Silvers to join us. I expect her investigative abilities will be quite helpful. What? Is something wrong, sir? Someone has stolen my wand. Oh boy, here we go. That's terrible. Who could have taken your wand? The thief must have known that I kept my wand concealed in my cane. Perhaps it would help to give Sarahi Silvers a full explanation. Yeah, sure. Now give me an 8-hour explanation on what happened. Oh, 3 hours. The theft of my wand reflects poorly on the Hogwarts administration. You have a talent for solving mysteries. Now you must put it to the test. Okay, good. Very few at Hogwarts know how I keep my wand in my cane. Mr. Ollivander says the wand chooses the wizard. I did not see who took my wand. If I had, they would suffer consequences. Of course they would. I showed you, Mr. Malfoy, that theft is not tolerated at Hogwarts. Then that is the thief is cunning. How else could they abscond with my property? Oh my god, please don't be Merula. I last saw my wand shortly before Dumbledore requested your presence. Please don't be Merula. And if it's just Draco, then what the Okay, I will not say that word. Someone said Mr. Malfoy's wand vanished from under his very nose. Will Mr. Malfoy blame Professor Dumbledore for this? Yeah, even if he does, he won't do anything about it. Trust me. Okay, we're out of dialogue. Let me just finish this. I mean, imagine how awkward it would be if it just turns out it was just Draco who took it. Let me make sure I understand. You keep your wand in a cane, Mr. Malfoy? And now your wand has gone missing. I believe that sums it up. Yes, very astute. I cannot leave Hogwarts until my wand is found and the thief caught. If you're sure the wand was stolen, you must have a suspect. Few people know that my wand is concealed within my cane. Myself and my elf. That is a serious accusation, Mr. Malfoy. Indeed, non-human magical beings are forbidden the use of wands. Such a crime deserves punishment. Good day, Headmaster. Sir, what will happen to Mr. Malfoy's house elf if I can't find the missing wand? I'm afraid Mr. Malfoy is correct. The Code of Wand Use forbids non-human magical beings from using wands. House elves and goblins don't need wands to use magic. Why create that law in the first place? It is a matter of some debate. Do you believe the house elves deserve to use wands, Sarahi? Yeah, actually, I do. Yes, I believe house elves deserve the same wand rights as anyone else. Perhaps one day the ministry will overturn the wand ban. Until that day, the elf found with the wand is subject to discipline. That is why I suggest you begin your search by finding the house elf before his master does. After all, house elves have that kind of magic all their own. They see more than their masters care to contemplate. Of course, this takes away from your time with Draco Malfoy. Thank goodness. Mula will have to take care of Draco while I search. I'll ask Penny to help me find. What was Mr. Malfoy's elf's name? His name is Dobby. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're looking for Dobby, aren't you? I'll ask around and let you know where I find him. Yeah, sir. Dobby is in the courtyard apparently. Okay. I hope you have had luck keeping an eye on Draco Malfoy. Yeah, he's been alright. Mr. Norris says Malfoy's elf cleaned up the courtyard. At least he's useful. Oh! Be careful around Lucius Malfoy, Sarahi. You can't trust him. Yes, I know that. I know that now. Hagrid? You said he's in the courtyard. Where? Oh, there he is. There he is. Thanks for helping me, Penny. We have a better chance of finding Dobby if we work together. Happy to help. Besides, I heard you've been busy babysitting Mr. Malfoy's son. It's been difficult. Fortunately, Merules is looking after Draco while I search for Mr. Malfoy's wand. But I'd better solve this before Merules snaps and turns Draco into a ferret. Okay, that actually happened, didn't it? Huh? Why does Mr. Malfoy think his house elf stole his wand? That actually makes no sense. He says Dobby is the only one who knew Mr. Malfoy kept the wand in his cane. Huh? I suppose that's rather suspicious. Do you think Dobby took Mr. Malfoy's wand? Nah. No, Dobby didn't steal his master's wand. Someone else must have known where Mr. Malfoy kept it. Like Merules knows and obviously Draco knows. We need evidence to prove it. We'll know more when we find Dobby. Oh, hello. Hi. Look, there he is. Hi. Dobby, this is Penny Hayward and I am... Dobby knows of Sarahi Silvers. Dobby knows Sarahi Silvers is searching for his master's wand. Why is he cowering so much? Now I feel bad. Did you know Mr. Malfoy believes you stole his wand? That's actually kind of stupid in my... Dobby would never take his master's wand. House elves aren't allowed wands. Oh my god, he's cowering so much, I want to hug him. Dobby is telling the truth. Dobby swears. Sarahi Silvers must trust Dobby. It's alright, Dobby. Can you tell us anything? Dobby will try, and Dobby knows where to begin. I didn't want to be friends with Dobby before, but now I do. Even if it breaks canon. Now I want to be friends with Dobby. He was covering so much, I felt so bad. Oh my god, he's still covering, I still feel bad. Oh, now he's smelling. Thank goodness. The thief was not invisible like Dobby. The thief was simply sneaky. Okay. The Hogwarts house elves aren't nearly as frightened as Dobby. I can't believe Mr. Malfoy treats Dobby so poorly. Something must be done. I know, right? Can I hug him? Seems that Dobby was convinced that the wand was stolen. There's something Dobby won't tell me, or he can't tell me. It's not fair for Mr. Malfoy to blame Dobby for his missing wand. Yeah, it is. It is not. Either Dobby is innocent or he's a brilliant actor. Oh, shut up. Shut up, MC. Why can't the MCs be like a headcanon? Sarahi Silvers is kind to Dobby. Dobby won't forget. Yeah. The Hogwarts house elves aren't nearly as frightened as Dobby. Well, because nobody mistreats them. Dobby also works in the kitchens after Chamber of Secrets, I think. Dobby just fed Master Malfoy a snack from the kitchens, I think he said. Dobby is used to threats. Dobby gets them 5 times a day. Oh, shoo. Oh god. The thief was not in... that is so sad. Can I hug him, please? I'm so sure that Dobby needs a hug. Dobby had just fetched Master Malfoy a snack from the kitchens. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to hug him so bad. Let me just finish this at this point. Huh? Mr. Malfoy's wand was definitely stolen. Why is he cowering again? When he cowers, I feel so bad. Yes, miss. And it's still in the castle? You're absolutely certain? Dobby would never lie to Sarahi Silvers. Dobby knows his master's wand is hidden at Hogwarts. Did you see who took it? Can't say. It's alright, Dobby. You can tell us. Can't. Oh, well, he does this in the movies too. Bad Dobby. Hey, don't do that. What are you doing? Dobby has to punish himself, miss. Dobby mustn't speak ill of his family, miss. Your family? You mean the Malfoys? Please, miss. Dobby cannot say, miss. Okay, okay. You've got to let him go, Sarahi. Alright, Dobby, you're free to go. Honestly, can I just give him a hug? Dobby is never free, miss, but Dobby sees Sarahi Silvers' point. Dobby hopes Sarahi Silvers finds his master's wand. I feel so bad. Dobby says the wand is still in the castle. I'm not sure where to look. But I know someone who knows every hiding place at Hogwarts. I'll ask Ben for help. Ben? Ben? I have no comment. Thanks again for helping me search for Mr. Malfoy's cane. His house elf Dobby says it's hidden at Hogwarts. Unfortunately, he couldn't tell me who the thief was or where they hid the cane. Any ideas? If I wanted to hide something, I'd hide it in here. See, that's why I came to you. No one knows Hogwarts' hiding places like you do. I'll help you find it if it means I don't have to talk to Mr. Malfoy again or be in the same room as him. I don't understand. Why would you help someone like Mr. Malfoy? Because Professor Dumbledore asked me to, honestly. Professor Dumbledore asked me to find Mr. Malfoy's wand. I couldn't refuse a request like that. That makes sense. You're helping Professor Dumbledore, not Mr. Malfoy. Yes, exactly. We'd better start searching. Professor Dumbledore wouldn't have asked you if it wasn't important. What does Mr. Malfoy's wand look like? Black, I think, with a snake head on the handle. It's got a wand inside. That should be easy to find. Let's start searching. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. I actually have seen the Lucius Malfoy wand, the wand, the fan-made wands. I've seen those. I can't believe someone like Mr. Malfoy is a Hogwarts governor. No wonder this place has gone to the dogs, to be honest. Using someone else's wand sounds wrong. I mean, tell that to the time you had to get in yourself and you what? Because Rick Pick broke one. Draco's got a lot in common with Merules. That must be why they argue so much. Let's hope Mr. Malfoy's son doesn't turn out like his father. He turned out a bit differently. Why couldn't Dobby tell you if he saw someone take the wand? Dobby can't say much, really. I wonder why Dobby couldn't tell me who stole Mr. Malfoy's wand. Dobby was quite sure Mr. Malfoy's wand is still at Hogwarts. I think a friendship with Dobby still makes no sense, but I won't question it much at this point. I can't question it anyway. Rula's watching Draco? That can't end well. Yep. Mr. Malfoy keeps his wand in a cane so he can hit people with it. Yep, that sounds about right. I don't like that. Okay, I'm done. Now what? I can't find any wands. What about you, Ben? Nothing. If Mr. Malfoy's wand is still at Hogwarts, it's not in here. Perhaps I'm going about this all wrong. It's possible the only person who can find the wand is the one who took it. I think it was Merules. Stealing a wand sounds just like the sort of thing she'd do, doesn't it? Now that you mention it, Merules told me about Mr. Malfoy's cane earlier. I'm supposed to help her with Draco again soon. I suppose I can ask her then. Better hurry. The sooner you find Mr. Malfoy's wand, the sooner he leaves Hogwarts. Yep, that sounds about right. Not now. Malfoy's with his dad and I've got things to do. Yeah, okay. Something tells me that this Draco is not going to like the sandwiches. At all. Well, Mr. Malfoy visited my parents once. Obviously, yes. Yeah, I knew that. Kiss the baby. No, I mean Barnaby, not Draco. Draco Malfoy is my cousin, but our parents don't get on. Have you had any luck finding Mr. Malfoy's wand? Dobby's counting on you. I should probably check in the... Yeah, okay. Nothing's here. Where is Merules? Oh, there he is. There she is. Oh, Draco is actually studying. Good. You and Draco are getting on rather well today. That's nice. He's finally shut up at least. No thanks to you. I've been a bit busy. Professor Dumbledore asked me to find Lucius Malfoy's wand. It's gone missing. Did he check his cane? The one he keeps his wand in? Exactly. He refuses to leave Hogwarts without it. He accused his house elves of stealing the wand, but Dobby said he wasn't the thief. So you haven't got any leads? Dobby says the wand is still at Hogwarts and the thief had to be someone who knew about Mr. Malfoy's wand. You'll never figure it out without me. Does that mean you'll help me? Don't read into it. The sooner you figure out what happened to the wand, the sooner the Malfoys leave. Alright, here's what I've learned so far. Spend 8 hours explaining to her what happened. Oh, 3 hours. Okay, that's an improvement. Are you sure the elf didn't steal the wand? You're easy to fool. Shut up! Whoever took Mr. Malfoy's wand was small enough to go unnoticed. I'm still putting my money on Draco here. Dobby is terrified of Mr. Malfoy. I think he makes Dobby punish himself. The Malfoys won't leave until you find that wand, so you'd best hurry up. Oh, shut up. When and I tried to search for the wand, but we couldn't find anything. I'm tired of watching the Malfoy brat. Children are awful. I really like thinking about those people who have their MC shipped with Merula and have fan kids. Merula is rather worked up over this. Is she trying to throw me off? I don't know. I don't think she took it honestly. Merula knew that Mr. Malfoy kept his wand in his cane. Seems suspicious. The thief doesn't know that using someone else's wand never works well. Everyone knows the Malfoys bend easily like their wands. Really? Shut up! I'm finishing this now. Guys, I am not even joking. I am sweating so much my arms are stuck to the table. Because I'm sweating so much. So whoever stole Mr. Malfoy's wand had to know that he kept it in his cane. Don't forget that there had to be someone Malfoy wouldn't suspect or notice. Like Copper. Are you kidding me? He suspects like Ben. Actually, Ben thinks you stole the wand. Seriously? Wait, where did Draco go? You have to admit that stealing a wand sounds like something you would do. Obviously, I'm the most powerful witch at Hogwarts. If I wanted to take Malfoy's wand, I would. Is that a confession? Of course not. Using Malfoy's wand would be like wearing his dirty socks. You don't suspect me, do you? I believe you. I believe you. You didn't take Mr. Malfoy's wand. I doubt that's something you would do. Glad we're on the same page. Now you can stop wasting time and think about this properly. The only reason someone would bother stealing Malfoy's wand is because they're scared of him. Who would be afraid of Lucius Malfoy? Like literally idiots. The only thing he's got is influence. He's never had real power. Not like my parents. Draco seems to think his dad is powerful enough. Wait, where is Draco? Oh, I thought the electricity went off. He must have run out while we were arguing. Don't blame me. He was behaving himself until you came in and started talking about Malfoy's wand. That's it. Exactly, it's your fault, Silver. Shut up! That's not what I meant. Remember when you jinxed me? Draco wanted a go. You told him he needed a wand. You got to find him. Let's go. I knew it! You solved the case of Mr. Malfoy's missing wand. The thief's fate rests in your hands. He's just a child. He's just a freaking child. I'm not even mad. He's just a kid. And he's like 5 at the time. Well, keep that brat away from Mrs. Norris. Jay, what did you do? Draco Malfoy is nearly old enough to come to Hogwarts. Is he? Oh, yes, we are in year 6. I see you have lost track of the young Mr. Malfoy. Shut up. Shut up! Oh goodness. Oh good, we found you. There you are, Draco. We've been looking for you. You ran off, you ungrateful weasel. Merula, shut up. So what? I've snuck away loads of times. Merula, you were supposed to watch him. Easy for you to say, Silvers. You left me with all the work. I was doing other work and you know it. Now shut up, let me deal with the kid. Work? All you did was give me books to read. You've got toffee stains all over my charms textbook. Why did you want to read about charms, Draco? Aren't you a bit young for classwork? I'm not too young to learn. Now that is something good. That's not a bad line. That's why you stole your father's wand, didn't you? Alright, you've caught me. I borrowed my father's wand. I was going to give it back, but then he'd know I took it. Start at the beginning, Draco. Fine, I'll tell you everything. Like, Sarahi would be talking to Draco like she's talking to like a small baby here, or talking to one of her puppies. I'll give you that much. That's how Sarahi talks to little children. That's how Sarahi talked to Beatrice, and that's exactly how Sarahi is going to talk to Draco. Where did you hide your father's wand? I couldn't find it anywhere. Draco's afraid his father will find out what he did. I almost feel sorry for him. I do. This is how Sarahi feels about her mother. I'll give you that much. Let's just turn him into a ferret and give him back to his father. Shut up! At least I can prove Dobby didn't steal Mr. Malfoy's wand. Taking my father's wand was easy. He didn't even notice me. Sarahi will sympathize with Draco here that he fears his father. I don't know how many of you have read Broken Protector, but those of you who have read Broken Protector know that Sarahi fears her mother. It's not fair that I'm not allowed to have a wand. With just a few years left, you can have your own. My father can't know I borrowed his wand. Don't tell him. I'm pretty sure Draco will be fine. Of course, I won't let a titch like you use my wand. Sarahi won't let him use his either. Where did you hide your father's wand? I couldn't find it anywhere. Draco's afraid his father will find out. Like, she will feel sorry, Sarahi. None of this would have happened if you just let me use your wand. You're his son. I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. And after Snide jinxed you, I wanted to try it too. Okay, let me just finish this. We're out of dialogue. My point is that Sarahi will sympathize with Draco here. Sarahi fears her mother as well. I'm done. Snide cast that spell on you and I wanted to try and you wouldn't let me. And then father said we would leave Hogwarts, but he couldn't leave without his wand. I only wanted to stay at Hogwarts a bit longer. So you stole your father's wand? He's furious. He wasn't supposed to know. You must have known someone would get into trouble. Your dad blamed Dobby for something you did. So he's just an elf. Why should I care what happens to him? It's your responsibility. Because you stole the wand. It was your mistake. That makes it your responsibility. Yeah? And what am I supposed to do about it? You could start by telling your father the truth. Silvers is right. You stole the wand, so you've got to own up to it. I can't. My father can't know. I'll tell you where I hid the wand. Just don't tell my father about this. Out with it, Malfoy. It's just behind that pillar, I swear. Oh, there it is. You stay with Malfoy, Silvers. I'll see if he's telling the truth. I can see it right there. Please, Silvers, you won't tell my father about this, will you? I'll have to tell him something when we return his wand. Why shouldn't I tell the truth? My father might not let me come back to Hogwarts if he finds out. Got the wand. Malfoy was telling the truth for once. Let's find Lucius Malfoy. I'm sure he wants his son and his wand back. You'll come with me, Silvers? Of course. I'll have to find Dobby first, then we can return the wand together. Coming. I actually have no words. This is so cringe. What I do like is how we are interacting with Malfoy. It's quite in character. Ah, there we are. Yo, Mr. Malfoy, your wand's back. I see you have brought my wand and the thief that stole it. There's something you should know, Mr. Malfoy. We found the thief, right, Silvers? Dobby isn't a thief. Dobby would never steal his master's wand. Dobby. Silence, Dobby. I will deal with you later. Calm down, Dobby. Now, Lucius, let's not jump to conclusions. Dobby is telling the truth, Mr. Malfoy. He didn't steal your wand. Perhaps you should hear what Miss Silvers discovered in the course of an investigation. Very well, tell me what happened. I'll tell you. First, I went to find Dobby, as you and Professor Dumbledore suggested. How long are we going to spend explaining this? 3 hours, okay, that's good. Dobby looks so terrified, I feel bad. Silvers left me to watch Malfoy by myself. Shut up, Barula. Pen and I tried searching for the wand, but we never would have found it. I see nothing to suggest my elf wasn't responsible for the theft of my wand. There is nothing more difficult than caring for a child. Well done. Sarahi has had a lot of training, trust me. Dobby told me the wand was hidden somewhere at Hogwarts. Dobby is innocent. Sarahi Silvers knows the truth. I don't want to go to Dumpstag anymore, father. He likes it at Hogwarts. I thought he said you should tell Malfoy what his son did, Silvers. You're wasting my time, Silvers. I'm sure everyone here knows that the theft will never be tolerated at Hogwarts. So Draco actually likes Hogwarts and wants to come here. Don't tell my father, please. I think we'll have an option on who to blame, right? Sarahi Silvers helped Dobby. Dobby will never forget. I think we're out of dialogue. Let me finish this. I haven't read the books or read too much into the movies, but as terrible as Mr. Malfoy is, I'm quite sure that he loves his son. Right? Enough. If my elf didn't steal my wand, who did? Who stole my wand? I want to keep Draco's secret. But then who are we going to blame? I'll have to prepare myself for a soft reset. Keep Draco's secret. I don't think there was a theft, Mr. Malfoy. I found the wand in the courtyard. Intriguing. Perhaps I simply misplaced it. Though that does not prove my elf didn't steal it. Dobby never stole his master's wand. He's telling the truth. I know for a fact Dobby didn't steal your wand. That's none of your concern. Focus on your own affairs, Silvers, and keep your nose out of mine. Now, if that's all, Draco and I shall return to the Malfoy Manor. I do believe that wraps it up. Well done, Miss Silvers. And Miss Knight, whom I expect had her hands full with our young Mr. Malfoy. That's an understatement. I had to watch him while Silvers searched for that wand. Indeed. I'm sure you'll be pleased to know your services are no longer required. I have completed my inspection. I will submit my findings to my fellow governors. Don't make it 10 times worse for once, please. I look forward to it. Good day, Lucius. Do we get to say a proper goodbye to Dobby? And Draco, yes. Yes. Thanks for keeping my secret. I won't forget what you did. And when I come back to Hogwarts, I'm going to be just like you. Adorable! What's Sarahi be one of those teachers? What's Sarahi dote on both Harry and Draco and watch them argue and be like, you two remind me of myself and Merules. Sarahi Silvers cleared Dobby's name. Sarahi Silvers is truly a great witch. Thanks. Dobby only wishes he hadn't put Sarahi Silvers in such trouble. Bad Dobby. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You don't have to punish yourself, Dobby. It wasn't your fault. Please stop doing that. Dobby must apologize, Sarahi Silvers. Dobby can never repay Sarahi Silvers' kindness. If Sarahi Silvers is any need of Dobby, she only has to ask. She has only to ask. Okay. Friendship still makes no sense, but I assume this is only because we might need his help in the future. Okay, I think that wraps up this side quest. And can we not look at Rowan, please? No, I'm not looking at Rowan. No, nope. Customize your... Oh. Yeah, because the final word for him is actually pretty stupid. The resident house elf of the Malfoy Manor, Dobby serves this family faithfully despite their cruel treatment of him. Those who show him kindness will find that he's as loyal to his friends as he is to his masters, if not more so. I suppose I could accept this as close to canon at least. We're not exactly friends, but Dobby is ready to help MC if needed. And I suppose the only reason Dobby is in the friends list is because we might need his help in the future. Maybe. Otherwise, adding him to the friends list really makes no sense. But I suppose that about finishes it with this side quest, right? Yep, we are done here. We are completely done here. That side quest was very boring. But I like Draco Malfoy so much in this side quest, honestly. Young Draco is so cute. I love him. Watch now I'm like Sarahi is going to, when Sarahi comes as the defense against Dark Arts Professor, she's just going to look at Harry and she's going to dote on both Harry and Draco. And she's going to be like, you two are just like me and Merules when we were young. And then she's going to laugh about it. Draco wasn't as much of a spoiled as I really expected him to. He was decent enough, considering his role in the movies. So, I guess that's good. So, that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you liked the video, also comment what you thought of the video, because I like the comments. I always read them. And, well, that's all for this episode. I want to point out that this is the outfit Hermione is going to wear when she, punches him in the face years later. That's going to be so hilarious, honestly. So thank you so much for watching this side quest, and I'm hoping that we have chapter 26 next week. We need to talk talk to Jacob after all. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye bye.